Hello, everybody. Welcome back to part number 9 of Sounds of Her Love. Now, let me tell you, besides lifting and anime, this is one of the bright spots in my days. So, it's pretty epic to be here along with my fellow gamers. So, let's go ahead, get right into things. As always, find a comfy spot and a nice cold beverage, and let's get rolling. Last time, I think we as a collective, but more specifically, I was quite worried about Carrie because she didn't come to school, she didn't call us, and now we're about to check on her. And I read this in the last episode, but I'm gonna read it again. Putting my hands in my pocket, my fingers naturally rest around my phone as I realize I had it with me. I did decide on giving Carrie a call, though I'd rather wait until I'm at home before doing so. And real quick, I'm going to turn down the music only slightly. There we go. That's a very good volume to be at. Something inside me knows the things we'll discuss won't be the same as the trivial things we both embraced before. Step by step, I trace back my usual path down my street to and from school, quickly arriving home and making my way indoors. Inside, instead of the usual sound of my father's boasting and my mother's retorts, I find my sister sitting down and playing on her phone. It's something she would usually do. Why she's doing it downstairs and not in her room, I'm unsure. Oh, you're back. Yes, I am. Did you get let out early or something? No, I'm just a faster walker than you. She always has a way to be cheeky. Where's Mom and Dad? Oh, they went out. They said they'd bring back something for dinner. All right. I take off my shoes in the hall when I get the idea to talk about Carrie with my sister. She might be able to give me a girl's perspective on it all. At least I hope so. Hey, sis, is there any reason as to why a girl might not come to school despite not being ill? My sister turns her head and smirks at me, almost to mock me for knowingly asking something which would make me indebted to her. Oh, did the girl you like take the day off? Very funny. Are you going to give me a serious answer? After raising my voice, my sister responds by giving me a solemn expression. I didn't mean to get loud, but right now I have more things on my mind than her jokes. Yeah, I definitely didn't read that line too loud. Well, I wouldn't go if I didn't feel like it. That is, if I was depressed. Thank you. I'm sorry for shouting. Oh, dude, I hope Carrie's not depressed. That's not epic. By getting angry, I've created a sense of awkwardness between us. Doing so resulted in getting an answer from her anyway, one which isn't unreasonable given Carrie's situation. All I can do now is hope she's willing to answer my call. It's okay. Deja vu. Resuming with whatever it is she was doing, my sister takes hold of her phone, leaving me to part ways with her to head upstairs. Moment of truth, when we call her. Before me is a room all too common, and as always, all too messy. Looking around, I realize this will be the stage upon which I begin my act to be there for Carrie, a girl who has grown on me so much over the course of a mere 7 days. The sounds of cars resonate through the open window, causing me to look outside and stare back at a melancholic expression. Is that really what I look like? The image is beyond me as I continue to listen to the melodic rhythm of people within the city going about their lives. Here I am, hesitating to call someone who means so much to me, someone who changed me. I was under the assumption that after meeting Carrie, I was able to bring her out of her shell. She told me otherwise, but I find myself thinking about how much she has done for me, how much we've been there for each other, neither of us even realizing it. The pounding of my heart acts as a timer, urging me on as I clasp the phone in my hands. All I have to do now is press the button. A pang of nervousness causes me to sweat as my breathing sharpens, unsettling my mind as I continue wanting to get this issue resolved. With an unsteady hand, I take the move to press call. Now it's up to her to answer. The phone rings, slightly longer than I would expect it to if Carrie really felt like talking. It can only be assumed that she's at home. Bros, I don't have a good feeling about that. I get a little tingle in my pingle. This is not good. If her phone was anywhere near her, then she would have answered it by now. The ringing stops abruptly, causing me to feel a sense of relief, which is soon washed away when someone other than Carrie answers the phone. This is not good. This is not good whatsoever. Oh no. Mr. Irwood. I forget his voice, I ain't gonna lie. I forget her dad's voice. I'll just do a high, deep voice. Hello? Who might this be? On the other end of the line is Carrie's father. I don't know how many parents who would answer their child's phone, but at least I can ask them about Carrie. Sorry, this is my copy. Ah, that's right. You were over here the other day, weren't you? I'm sorry about what happened. I don't usually get so worked up, but there's a lot of things going on right now. All I can do is apologize for making you witness it all. I can understand. How is Carrie doing? She wasn't in school today. I thought you might be calling about that. You're a good lad, you know. I've only met this guy once and he's calling me a good lad. On the other hand, getting on his good side isn't a bad thing in any shape or form. Carrie is in her room at the moment. She hasn't been down in a while. That's concerning. She's locked herself in her room? I think it's because she is upset about the relationship between me and my wife. Well, she won't be my wife for much longer. It's a complicated story. Did Carrie ever mention it to you? Not in any detail. She just told me to forget about her mother after Saturday. I think you deserve to know. It'll help explain what Carrie's feeling. I don't think I'm in a position to be this involved with their family issues. Really, it's odd to think he would be this willing to tell me. For shame, typo. Listening now, though, might make it easier to understand what Carrie is feeling. And if I want to help her, it's something I must know. Currently, we're going through a divorce, but that should be more than apparent. After we moved to Japan, things started to get rocky between us. My wife decided to go on holiday back to Wales, though her real intention was to get back with her ex-husband. I eventually caught wind of it after one of my friends spotted them together. She stayed there, but at the same time filed for a divorce. It's a complicated process when you're dealing with two countries. I was told yesterday that she also filed for custody of Carrie. What? Does that mean Carrie would also return to Wales? Yes. She's been upset since she doesn't want to leave. I think she has too much here that she would lose if she went back. It's not just me who she'd be away from. The reality is too hard to comprehend. A sheepish girl faced with another challenge in her life, having to leave behind her father and her friend in order to go back to live with a mother she has no fondness for. I knew from the beginning that I wouldn't be able to do anything. Being there for Carrie still won't change the outcome, though I won't resist doing so. Right now, she needs someone there for her, even if it will end up hurting both of us. Question: I don't know about the legality of it all. I mean, my parents got divorced, but it was when I was younger, so I didn't really I didn't really have a pertinent don't take custody. It was more that's neither here nor there. My question is, like, why, like, she's in high school, obviously, so let's, like, say 16, maybe 17. Can't she just be like, hey, I don't want to? Like, if they're in two different countries, like, what kind of organization, legal organization, could take her to another country is my question. I don't know. Who knows? Back to the game. Sorry. If you want to speak to Carrie yourself, you're welcome to come over anytime. But I'm not sure how receptive she'll be about it. It feels wrong if I don't at least try to get my voice through to her, even if she turns me away. I just want her to know that I'm here for her. To know that, despite the pain, the people most important to her will give back everything in return. That's we care for her. That's I care for her. Do you think I'll be able to come over today? I don't see why that would be a problem, though, like I said, I'm not sure how Carrie will react. Her reaction right now isn't really staple. All that matters to me is how she is feeling, which I know is far from good. I want to reach out to her. Alright, I'll be over shortly. Goodbye. In a rush, I hang up on Mr. Irwood without giving him the chance to respond. Wasting time isn't an option. I need to get there ASAP. Rocky. Heading downstairs, my footsteps resonate throughout the house, causing my sister to give me a bewildered look. Luckily enough, she doesn't give me an issue and goes back to using her phone. Passing through the hall, the doors open before me, revealing my parents, home from their trip out. I don't have time to make conversation, so I slip past them at the doorway, both of them giving me the same bewildered look as my sister did in the process. Where are you off to, son? I'm going to a girl's house. Upon hearing that, my father contorts his face in surprise, finally leaving me with a proud smile as I set off to make my way down the street. All I should focus on is being there for Carrie, a thought which drives me as I race my way to her house. Water break, everybody. Pretty epic. Darkness fills the path towards Carrie's house. Spare the street lamps, which guide my course towards it. A long and winding one, in a metaphorical sense, that is. This week has provided me with the countless ups, but I guess it's time to face the downs. Syndrome of Downs, even. Knowing that Carrie is hurting makes me feel bad myself. Something which I've told myself over and over. My emotional attachment to her is a big thought. Carrie's street is short, so it's easy enough to find her house. It saves me the time of looking for it in the darkness of the ever-looming night. The adrenaline within me rushes me further towards the door of her house. It's not necessary, but I feel that controlling these emotions would be a bad thing, on top of the difficulty to do so. It's Carrie's feelings I want to prioritize right now. Getting here as soon as possible helps me to do that. My knuckles face the wood of the door repeatedly as I eagerly wait for an answer. I can see movement from inside, that of Carrie's father, as he soon comes to open the door. Good evening, Markapi. I won't keep you stopped for long. Carrie's room is upstairs and to the right. Keeping things brief, Mr. Irwood gives me the directions to Carrie's room, despite me already knowing them. That's right, I've been in your daughter's room. Yeah, freak. I'm the freak, actually. I don't know how well it would sit with him if I told him that I've already been up there, so I just thank him anyway. Thank you. Sparing no time, I rush up the stairs as carefully as I can. Wearing socks and trying to race up there would be really regrettable if I were to slip. Though being too cautious also seems like a bad idea as well. The only thing I should be caring about is Carrie. Following the same path I took only days ago, Carrie's bedroom door stands before me, the gateway to a lonely, downcast girl. Knocking on it gently, my heart continues to pound in my chest as I wait for a response. Nothing. Out of instinct, I grasp the doorknob, but despite my best effort, it won't budge. She must have locked it. I kind of expected it, but it doesn't change the fact that she's locked herself away from the outside world, even her own father. Slow movements raise my arms once again as I realize what I have to do. For all Carrie's concerned, it could just be her father knocking on the door. Hopefully hearing me as well can show her how concerned we both are. As I tap against the door once more, I make my call out to her. Carrie, it's me.
Huh?
A response. A small yet welcome one.
What are you doing here?
Step bro. Her voice is filled with nervousness. Over the time that we've spent together, I've noticed that she found it easier to speak to me as each day went on. Now though, she just sounds as she did when I first met her. I came to talk to you. I want you to come to school tomorrow, Carrie. I abruptly managed to stop myself from adding, I've missed you, even though it's the absolute truth. Spending time without her was different, even though that's all I knew before. I know you're not feeling good. Jeez, my voice went to Narnia. I know you're not feeling good, but knowing you're like this, it makes me sad. I told you we're friends, right? I want to support you.
I'm sorry, I know. You're important to me.
You don't have to apologize. I just wanted to be there for you.
I'm not sure if I'll feel like going. It's complicated.
Only a thin piece of wood separates us as we both stand in silence. A wall between us, between our feelings. I'm not sure what I should do. I'll be waiting for you tomorrow, Carrie, where we normally meet. Good night, Carrie. On a whim, I turn myself away from her. It's a painful thing to do, but actions speak louder than words. Trying to break into her room wouldn't have done either of us any good, but telling her I'll wait no matter what might let her hear my feelings in a different way. I'm not sure if she responded, though she doesn't come out after me. It's an odd thing for me to be so familiarized with her house after only knowing her for a week, but that thought doesn't stick with me on the trip downstairs. So, how did it go? Her father stands in the hallway, showing that he was waiting for me the entire time. I don't know. We'll just have to see. They are plain and simple words, yet they hurt me so much. Having this uncertainty between us all makes me feel more bitter than anything. It's okay. Carrie is usually quite stubborn. Would you be staying for dinner? I know a meal with a 37-year-old Welsh guy isn't exactly on everyone's bucket list, but it would be impolite for me not to offer. What if Carrie was just a side character this whole time, and we're actually trying to romance Mr. Irwood? Gosh, dude, he got them Welsh lips. You know what I'm talking about. I know y'all like them Welsh boys. Let's get back into things. Sorry, I get excited when we talk about 37-year-old Welshmen. Thank you, but my parents had brought back something for the family just as I was leaving. I'm sure it'll be quite a ruckus when I get back. It's alright. I hope you enjoy your evening, Markapi. Thank you for speaking to her. It's okay. It was something I wanted to do. I'll be off then. Goodbye. Carrie's father sees me off with a wave as I walk out of the Irwood household. Thinking about it now, his words don't make much sense to me. Describing Carrie as stubborn is definitely a contrast to what I know her as. In fact, I would describe her as pretty compliant. I guess things are different when you're a parent. Maybe it's just how Carrie acts towards me. At least I hope it is. You know what? This is an excellent place to stop. You know, because right when we get back into things, it'll be like, hey, does Carrie show up? Does she not? Who knows? And that's something we'll find out in episode 10. Thank you for accompanying me on this journey of Sounds of Her Love. I don't know how long this is, but I'm having a lot of fun. I don't know about y'all, but I do be having a good time. I do just be vibing though. I ain't gonna lie. I do be Joe Biden though. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. So do me a few things, a few favors, if you would be so kind. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, help me find a girlfriend. And bye-bye.